Check. Hope you all are well. So, yeah, the day came. I tried to prolong it as long as I could so that I could, gather as much information and stack all my offers and cards on the table, and then take a bit of time to process. Uh, Essentially, how it went down is my hand was sort of forced with good intention and good reason. So, depending on the region you're in, the season starts at a different time. The team in Aachen, their season starts in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Whereas both of the teams in the sixth division, right? So FC Klei and Victoria Arnoldsweiler, their season starts in, I think, a week, maybe, give or take. Or both of the seasons start in a week and some change. I might have that mixed up, but I know that the one in Aachen starts a bit later. So I was trying to prolong that. I was trying to prolong it so that I could just have everything and look at it from a bird's eye view. So the team I ended up deciding to go and sign with is FC Klei. So very happy about that. Very excited. Looking forward to the season. I think from the moment that I, went to the training and performed, it felt right. And there isn't always a right option when you're doing these type of things. So you really have to build your gut feeling. You have to build your intuition, as well as, make sure things make sense financially, logistically. But a lot of times these decisions come down to gut feelings. So my gut says FC Klei. That's where I'm going to sign. So I haven't gone through the actual signing process yet. But when I say my hand was sort of forced, the second to last training I went to, we talked about numbers. Then the last training I went to, they're basically like, we need a decision because the week starts and the coach wants to know who is going to be on the team so that there's still time to sign players, but he wants to know who is going to be in the starting 11. So the reassurance comes from the fact that I'm a priority. They're making me a priority, so much to the point where they're sort of speeding up my timeline. So I'm not upset by it. Again, the one thing that was hard for me to learn as a youngin' is that as much as you love kicking the ball, football is a business. And there are things and aspects within said business that, that's more than just 90 minutes on the pitch. So they need a decision, and, I said, yeah, let's do it. So, yeah, looking forward to it. Very happy, very proud of myself. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time since I felt that. It's been a long time since I've enjoyed footy the way I am. More specifically, it's been a long time since I felt I was in the right football environment. Of course, I don't think that this is my level. And I'm going to use this season to not only develop myself physically, mentally, technically, all the above, tactically, but more importantly, I'm going to use this time to show that I'm above the level. And obviously, help my teammates out. It's a pretty young team. There are some older guys, whereas on Victoria Arnoldsweiler, I'd have been the oldest. And then the FC Tentonia Weiden, very chaotic group, but we can get into that later. So I'm a bit behind on posting some of the content just because of the decision-making process and other things I have going on. So I'm going to make sure I get that I'm going to make sure I get that stuff out to you guys. But yeah, so that's the decision. I'm looking forward to the season. We're still sort of hashing out the numbers. So I think initially they said 300 a month, 60 a win. But through a little bit of negotiating, potentially getting up to around 400. Gonna use my, I mentioned it before, connection I have out here, speaks fluent German, another American. He's been out here for a couple years, so he's helped me a lot in terms of, like I said, I think I said before, the communication aspect and reaching out. It's one thing when you're communicating with someone about a common goal, when you don't speak the same language. It's another thing when you speak the same language. There's certain cues, tonalities, things that you pick up and are able to communicate differently and more effectively. So I really appreciate him for that. And I told him that come signing day, I need him there. I'm all, a little brand building as well, of course. So it's not just, I do appreciate him, but I think long term it's a good idea. I think it's a good look for him. Even myself too, on a signing day, to show you have a representation. As much as we want to just kick the ball and have that be everything, presentation matters. How you present yourself, how you're perceived, these things are all extremely important. So that's the update. Tomorrow's a game. I tweaked my groin a little bit doing some free kicks and long ball training 2 weeks ago. So I'm not going to play tomorrow. I'm just going to rest, and hope to be ready for the start of the season. But nothing crazy, nothing I haven't dealt with before. So I'm sure I'll be back. And honestly, I feel I'll be able to play the first game. But if not, I'll be back by the second game. So much love. Appreciate you guys. Thank you to all y'all who have been checking in, keeping up. It's not easy. It's not easy to do that, because as difficult as it is for me to record and post these videos, it takes just as much energy for you all to sit down and take the time to watch. So very much appreciation. Love you guys. See you next time.